I'm having dinner and plenty of drinks with Bjorn of Jämtland tonight. Chief of Jämtland. Who's he? Okay, so some guy over here. Why are we having dinner all the way over there? Or what's he doing over here? That's a long way to go for a little party. Anyway, having dinner and plenty of drinks with Bjorn. It's lovely, yet what I'm most charmed by is Bjorn himself. Why else would I not immediately stop our conversation, which has slowly begun to touch upon some almost heretical ideas? Questioning the salvation of Odin. Does the campaign have overall objectives like Total War? No. No, it's entirely freeform what you do. That makes it really useful for me for doing series of videos and so on, because I can just decide on a goal that I'm trying to achieve. Individual characters can obviously have the ambitions that we chose at the start. Let's see if we can see where mine is. Can't even remember where it is now. Make a friend. So my current goal is to make a friend. It could be to then become King of England. It could then be to form the Empire of Britannia. It could be to have my dynasty over all of Europe. Something like that. Let's have a look at dynasties. Dynasties should be one of these things. Dynasties. So like you see here, even though this area was all very fractured, all of the rulers are Carlings, which is one of the problems with this start date, because it's after Charlemagne, the Carlings. They will get everywhere, Carlings, which means they have a lot of alliances between them as well. But yeah, down here we've got of Wessex, of Mercia, and Vitsirk is our dynasty. I believe that is White Shirt is Hitsvirk in Swedish, Danish, Norwegian, one of them. So yeah, you make up your own goals, basically, what you want the objective to be for these games. Right, this event. If we do not ask questions, why did Odin make us curious? You think it's a great discussion, fueled by alcohol or not? Or, we should not speak of this, Bjorn. Yes, we should definitely speak of this. Tell me more. Tell me more. Walking the palisades of my castle. I think we established earlier it's not really a castle, but okay. I am joined by Bjorn. I find myself agreeing with a lot of the concepts that he presents. The futility of prayer particularly resonates with me. Suddenly, he turns to me and presses a small leather pouch into my hand. My lord, will you carry this with you for protection? Small leather pouch, protection. Have you just given me a condom? I'll keep it hidden, and I thank you, Bjorn. I should call you I really should just play the English versions of these games, to be honest. Why did I start as Danish invaders? What if I told you that all you've been taught to believe is a lie? Bjorn continues, throwing a cautious glance around before pulling up his sleeve, revealing a scar in the shape of Hell's mark. Odin is a liar. Reject the tyrant deity and let Hell guide your steps. Hell yeah. You ask Bjorn how you can begin your journey into forbidden knowledge. Given this game seems to be all about sustaining a bloodline, getting free condoms isn't such a good idea. Yes and no. I mean, it wouldn't be if I didn't have any sons and heirs, but I do. So the more sons I have, the more my realm gets split up when I die. So, you know, you gotta balance it. Or I can dismiss his offer and pretend it never happened. I think I'm going to go with it. Tell me more. We might, if you offer yourself up to Hell. God damn, these tooltips are too big. You'll be granted powers Odin has kept from us humans. Fingering the leather pouch in my pocket. I slowly nod. Oh, and I think you'll enjoy it, he said with a knowing smile. If there's any chance it'll bring down my enemies, I will. Tactical condoms then, yes, exactly. Tactical condoms. That is how you play this game. Bjorn leaves you alone for now. The Coven will be in contact with you. Ooh, this is fun. The defensive pact opposing Arpad Almos has been disbanded. King Arpad Almos of Hungary has decided to abandon nomadic life and settle down in Hungary, making it a new homeland for the Hungarian people. Well, good for them. Where are these guys? Over here, in Hungary, who'd have thought? Very nice. It has been some time since Bjorn was in contact with me. It's literally been like a day. I think not even a day has passed, but anyway. I've been pondering what Odin would think of me for venturing down this path, but Bjorn has already offered me more support than Odin ever has. I've been good studying books on the occult, and so far I'm finding the views preached at the temple to be narrow-minded at best. Their lies are meant to hold us back. So I wait further instructions out of the way, but I could pick up the trait Greedy, which gives me more tax but less diplomacy. I don't have much diplomacy anyway, so I'm gonna go with that one. Ooh. I found some cryptic scrawlings written in blood on my bedroom door this morning. The guards say they haven't seen anyone enter during the night, and I dare not ask my CRS to decipher it. Yet, we understand. The mark of hell. Ooh, it's a nice mark, that as well, isn't it? It's, that one. Look at that, that's cool, that. Of course, the bargain must be struck. Or my immortal soul, what if I am wrong? I am never wrong. So I don't even have to worry about that bottom one. Bargain must be struck, so that will give us a bandage. So I'm going to stab myself in the arm, basically. Which will give me less personal combat skill, so no duels. No fighting duels at this point. In fact, no fighting at all might be a good plan. Brother Halfdan, we have received word of your dedication and desire to join the Legion of the True Lord. Await the messenger. Let the Dark One guide you. Signed, Trollmadrdire. Be on the lookout for the messenger. I'm going to bump the speed down a little bit. I've met an intriguing and hypnotically beautiful woman at court. Apparently, this Aslaug is a foreign diplomat. I engaged her in conversation for the first time today, and we spoke at length about troop compositions. I was shocked when she carefully pulled up her sleeve, revealing the mark of hell. This is pretty metal. Yeah, it is. Carving symbols into my arm. This Societies thing, it's not one I've played with much. It came in one of the DLCs, Monks and Mystics, I think. So, not in the base game or any of this, but good fun stuff. Especially when otherwise at this point I'd just be like having time pass and just waiting for something to happen otherwise. So you're the messenger. And before the next one pops up, I've got to deal with this. There are many legends about the great man whose blood I share. Ragnar Lothbrok, who was executed by Duke Ella in age 94. Spoilers. Nothing hotter than a pretty girl who can chat about troop composition, with strange marks on her arm. She self-harms. Will single-handedly cause Thor to lose his eye and help Thanos get the Infinity Stones. That's what happens. I'm helping Hela out. You know, she is the rightful ruler once Odin's gone. So the more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. I shall strive to be more like Ragnar. Gain the trait Charitable. That'd be nice. What does Charitable give me? Diplomacy +3. Even less personal combat skill. So definitely don't go fighting. Why do I get less personal combat skill from emulating the great warrior Ragnar Lothbrok? That doesn't really make a lot of sense, that. Anyway. Oh, there was his wife, Aslaug. I like it when these tie into TV shows that I know about. Yeah, I'll strive to be more like him anyway. Let's get that diplomacy up. The person smiles. What is that supposed to be? Is that weird curvy D thing? I'm pleased to find you not only a charming man, Halfdan, but also one capable of intellectual discourse. The brethren value the pursuit of knowledge, you see, in addition to more earthly pursuits. Her smile turns into a predatory grin as she continues. We'll soon see exactly how committed you are. What? What do you need me to do? She offers no reply, instead taking you by the hand. Pretty much all these references I get from the TV show. I haven't actually got to the end of the TV show even. I'm up to, I've seen season 2. That's it. Probably because of game balancing, if there are no negative effects, it would be too strong. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there shouldn't be negative effects, and obviously that negative effect just comes from the charitable trait. It's not tying that in directly to emulating Ragnar, but I'm not quite sure why emulating Ragnar makes me charitable rather than something else. You know, it could give me brave or something else. Cruel, well, I'm Craven. Damn it, I didn't even notice that. I am a Craven. An ambitious, a hunter, a Viking, and charitable. I'm cruel, wrath, craven and charitable. That's an interesting combination right there. Is this hell business just like a swingers club? It sounds like it, doesn't it? It definitely sounds like it's a swingers club. Aslag escorts me to my bedchamber. So she took me by the hand, a week has passed, and now I've entered her bedchamber. That's a long time. I hesitate upon entering, finding it flooded with light as candles form a circle around my bed. Several hooded figures surround the room, chanting in unison. Fear not, brother, power and pleasure, these are the gifts of hell. It's definitely a swingers club. I like the sound of that. Refuse the demonic ritual and try to escape? No. When I wake up, the cloaked figures are gone and Aslaug is lying next to me, a smile tugging at the corner of her mouth. Welcome to the Fellowship of Hell, King Halfdan. A whole week, Craig David was making love by Wednesday. He had it down, you know. He'd practiced a lot to get it that efficient. Don't know about you guys, but it takes me a week to get into the bedchambers of a girl. I wish you had found me sooner, join the Fellowship of Hell, or that was necessary evil. So you can either join it, or join it, and piss people off. I think I'm just going to keep people happy. Budding romance with Queen Aslaug. What's she actually queen up? Oh shit, she's my niece. Ooh. Is that allowed in these days? Too late now. In for a penny, in for a pound. Oh well, yes indeed. Indeed. What's she even... Oh, look, I've got a nice hood now, look at that. Oops. Oops indeed. How do I find her? It's a character search. Find characters. Search all. Is it you? That's it. Queen of Gilland. So she's queen over here. And he's the king. So he's married to her. She is Ivar the Boneless, right? She's Ivar the Boneless's daughter. Okay. Well, you live and learn. We're just getting to know our family. Why not? Defensive pact opposing Charles II Carling has been disbanded. Charles the Bald. Good for him. So we've now joined Hell. What do we need to do next? My wife is pregnant. Excellent. Another baby on the way. Let's have a look at our bloodline. We're the blood of Ragnar Lothbrok. So that gave us extra combat skill. Makes people like us if they like fighting people. Ooh, raiding. Of course, we need to do raiding. Raiding. How do I do raiding again? I think to do raiding I have to raise boats and then just send them off. So even though I'm not at war with people, I can still like occupy the territory. I reckon we could depose Carling with a sufficient supply of Heineken. We could do. We could do indeed. We can call it Beer Wars or something like that. Oh, West Francia. West Francia is more united now than it is at the start of EU4's timeline. White shirt but wears black. Does that make him a black shirt? No, let's not go there. Let's not go down that road. Ragnar of Leeds, my son, has declared Leodensian conquest of Lindsey on Earl Osraid of Lindsey. Is he invading Ireland then? Where are you fighting? Who are you fighting against? No, you're fighting over here. Well, I want this. That's not fair, you having it. You've been at peace for too long. Yeah, see, they don't like you being at peace for too long as a Viking. You've got to go raiding. I simply cannot bear the sight of my brother Sigurd. Snake in the eye. Ugh, I can't bear the sight of him either. What with his perfect body and happy life? He's got a snake in his eye. How's he got a perfect body? After seeing how much he cares about keeping a balanced diet and a healthy body, I started to wonder if I shouldn't ruin him with just a few well-placed words. Could be worse, could wear a red shirt. Wouldn't last very long then, would he? Indeed. Are you sick, Sigurd? You look bloated today. Dear Odin, Sigurd, I can see your bones sticking out. So he's getting too thin, getting too fat, or too petty even for me. Well, I can say for certain, nothing is too petty for me. So, we're definitely going to insult him, but how do we insult him? What does he think of us at the moment? He looks very much like Ragnar, doesn't he? Very Ragnar-like face. He quite likes us. I think he's getting fat. You look bloated today. You've been eating too much. And I need to start raiding. Otherwise I'll lose prestige. I've got quite a lot of prestige though. Oh, do we need to improve? Can we build something here? We can build fortifications. Build keep, that'll give us more levy. Training ground will give us more levy. Barracks gives us more levy, but different types, I think these are. Castle Town gives us more money. Calling someone fat seems to be a Viking way of starting wars. Yeah, I don't really want to start a war. Although I think I could take him. But he's all the way over there. He's over here somewhere, isn't he? Was he Gilland or Shilland or Shelland? Hey, these have started to solidify a bit over here, haven't they? Money is always good. Money is always good. Let's build some money stuff. Spend a bit of our dosh. There we go. That is good. It seems my attempts to sway my brother into eating more were fruitless. Oh well. I called him fat. That would make him eat less, surely. Okay, I don't really know what any of that did, but never mind. Oh shit, yeah, raiding. Right, let's try and figure this out. Let's raise our fleets. Fleet levies. We can get 6 boats, that lets us take 6k troops, I think. So let's raise them. There they are. And toggle looter. Set this looter allowed to raise the counties holding other rules for gold. Let's do that. How do we get you on a boat? Embark an army. No navy's large enough, so we're going to have to split some troops off. Right, how do I do this? Auto balance. That's not really sure what that's doing. That's not what I want to do. Never mind. Split in half, and then okay, that'll have to do. So let's take Raiders of King Halfdan. Can you now go on a boat? No navy's oh, is he over here in this one? It is a good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman, to keep her calm and distracted from the tribulations of this delicate time in her life. As Grima's husband, it's my duty to provide her with the support she needs. Yeah, keep her healthy. I don't want to lose piety, so I'll do that. And then I just want to get you on a boat. No navies present which are large enough to transport the army. Why not? One ship can take 100 men. Oh, is that all? So I only take 600 men. And I can't split down further. How do I... Well, not really sure how to do this raiding then. Getting back together. What's this? New points. Oh, we can hold our Great Blot. Of course, we never did that. Let's hold our Great Blot and we'll worry about raiding later. Lose 50 gold and prepare the Blot. We sent out summons to all our vassals for the Blot, to those that have been baptized or profess to follow the teaching of the Prophet. We'll have to offer gold to be exempted from this magnificent feast. And there's all our vassals. Well, someone's already refused. Oh, he was that infidel guy anyway. Maybe I just raise... Can I just raise an army levy? From somewhere, maybe to get a few hundred men. Raise local levies. Right. Still too many. I can split you in half. Let's get you over there anyway. The guests have arrived and the time has come for the block to begin. You gather outside the temple and start by offering animals as sacrifice to the gods. While their meat is prepared for the feast that is to follow, the blood is sprinkled on statues of Odin, Thor, Freya and the other gods, as well as on the worshippers themselves. Now for the human sacrifice. Clemens is brought up from your dungeons and escorted to the temple. As the noose is placed around his neck, he steadies himself and murmurs several passages you recognise as being from the Christian holy book. Where is your blessed virgin now, Clemens? It's some nice prestige and piety. He gone. Wolfgith next. She's also doing it. Let's kill her. And the sacrifices are over. The feast at the end of the block can now begin. Let celebrations begin. Woohoo. So that was nice, killing people. Always love that. So we've got 145 men in that army and 1209 men in that army. Well, they can go on the boats anyway, so that's something. Do we need to raise more boats? We can only raise 4 more anyway. How do I split this army up better? I don't want to split you up. And I can't split you up. No, I'm very confused by raiding in this. So instead, what we'll do is we'll gather you together. Morsels of food and clean picked bones fly everywhere from the directions of Mer Trigve as he greedily stuffs himself with the delicacies served at the table. Raiding, we don't need boats to... Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go down here and raid these guys. Suddenly his face turns a strange shade of green, and he rushes towards the exit, but only makes it as far as Mer Guthrid before he starts retching his stomach contents into poor Guthrid's lap. That could have been me. But I'm not as bad as he is. Right, merge you back to get... What? Why wouldn't... Fine, because you're raiders, right. If we turn you off, merge. Looter, right. You're looting, yep. Right, so you're raiding now. The feast is over, and with it the blot. It will be at least 9 years until you hold the next one, but as your vassals return home, most seem to agree the ceremony was well worth the trip, especially because that guy puked into someone else's lap. That was worth it on its own. Until next time. Raiding always makes massive bank for me. Yeah. Definitely need money. Young Kinswith has finished her education in stewardship. It seems she's learned all the basic skills required. Well, isn't that nice? She's a thrifty clerk. Good for her. Very good. We're going raiding. A daughter was born to King Halfdan and Queen Grima, named Sigrid. Nice. And they're raising their armies to try and fight our 8k stack. That'd be good. Toggle loot for all armies. Well, I've only got the one army at the moment anyway. I'll just keep it together for now. Merge them. Yeah, that's what I've done. Done that. So they're all looting away. They're trying to raise their armies, but they won't be able to fight us anyway. They'll be talking about that guy puking for about a decade. It was hilarious. You should have been there, Max. Let's turn the speed down a little bit just while this is happening, just in case they try and do anything to us. We should be able to burn this place down anyway. Bandits have raided the siege camps outside Derby, killing many of the besieging soldiers. Oh, that's mean. Go away. Yeah, they're just sat there, not able to do much. Is it the bishoprics we want to burn down? Derby was filled with horses and cattle. Our raiders have rounded up a large flock in the main square so I can decide which ones to pick for myself and what to do with them. We shall offer them to the gods, 50 piety, take the best specimens, 50 gold, or share it amongst my best warriors, prestige. I like prestige, I like piety, and I like gold. I like gold. What to do? I'm gonna go for... Ooh, we got a lot of money there, that was nice. I'm gonna get the gold. Don't know if you're supposed to, but that's what I'm doing. Viking Raiders. Burn down the next one. Let's put the speed back up since they're not going to be able to threaten us, I think. Chesterfield gave us 30 gold, that's nice. And I think the next one should be the bishopric. The Fraticelli heresy has appeared in the county of Lothian. Oh no! Heresy. Cursed heathens. I mean, I'm not Christian anyway, so Fraticelli, does that really matter to me? Yeah, we sieged Burton. 40 gold from that. Nice! Chester or Leicester? Or should we fight the army? Do you get much for fighting? I don't know if we actually get anything for fighting the army in this case. Let's go burn down Leicester. Burn it. Burn it to the ground. I'm surprised Star Society hasn't done anything yet. Leicester's not given us very much. We currently have 171 dark power. This is the currency we can spend on the various powers unlocked by being part of the Fellowship of Hell. Nice. Nice. Don't know what I can do with that yet. No active missions. Give me a mission. King Dyer. Oh, look at him. Look at that. I want that headdress. Chamber of Business seems to be pretty dangerous in 871 AD. Seems to get everyone. Anyway, let's keep burning down Leicester. 28 gold there, that was nice. Yeah, we're getting quite a lot of gold out of this. Oh, speaking of hell. The great and mighty hell has given us so much, and now it is time for us to offer them a gift in return. Hell craves us all to serve them in their dark realm, and we have the perfect kind in mind. Capture and sacrifice a powerful ruler. Spaymadr. Accept the sacrifice of ruler. Okay, we need to get a prisoner who is a landed ruler. You can go to their capital to get more prisoners for gold. Okay, well we want prisoners, so for that mission, let's do that. San Martin, have we burnt everything? Yeah, we looted everything now, so which one's their capital then? Petty Kingdom of Mercia. Is that there where they're sat on then? Is it Warwick? Let's go and have a fight anyway. We is fighting. My liege, loyal servants such as I deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. Do you though? Do you? Really? It is widely known that you hold huge lands, vast tracts of lands, and many titles, and are generous as you are wise. I'm definitely generous, and I'm very wise. You're right there. Perhaps you would consider granting this humble servant the county of Cumberland. Do you know what? No. Oh, I've got I have high diplomacy, do I now? Well, yeah, I have built it up, I guess. No. Ooh, could get a favour. No, I'll just bin him off. Don't like you anyway. Cool, killing them, which was nice. Let's burn down this place. Castletown's been built in Njorvik. Even more gold. All the golds. Siege of Tamworth's been done. We'll go and fight you again after as well once we've done this. Apostate found. The seer burst into your chambers flanked by several warriors dragging Godwyn through them in chains. My king, there are many concerned peasants claiming that their children are plagued by nightmares of this man. He is obviously a warlock. What should be done with him? I don't know, I think warlocks might have just been nerfed actually. They're not the highest DPS anymore. We can burn them. Throw them in the dungeon. Bring out the branding iron. That sounds fun. Imagining a badass Viking saying, do you know what? No, yeah. Let him go free. What harm could it do? Well, I like burning people. I'm going to burn him. Burn him. I probably should have checked who he actually was, actually. I think he was just a courtier. Warwick's been looted of 0. Nice. Loads of gold from that one. What we still got? Bishopric, that'll be nice. Yeah, we should get some stuff from these. And then we'll go and fight this guy again. Westmoreland, conquest of Gloucester. Fair enough. Let's close these down. Burn all the towns, burn all the people. Yeah, I didn't actually get much gold out of that. Is that because they've already been looted or something? There's a bishopric there. Let's go and take Bedford out. Burn it to the ground. An outbreak of disease has killed many of the besiegers. Stop killing my guys. My wife is pregnant, but I'm over in Bedford. I'm suspicious. I am very suspicious of this. My wife seems to be going through a particularly harsh pregnancy. Yeah, you can retire from public life if you want. Hey, we got some tech. It's nice. With my wife pregnant, I'm starting to... Oh, this one again. Yeah, we'll use our gold on her. Why not? The pillaging of Bedford has been very fruitful. Our warriors have gathered many prisoners among the populace that look fit to become good thralls. Just take the gold. Just take the gold. My wife is thrilled again, as she was the first time. Where are you going off to? I've encountered Bjorn many times while carrying out my duties to the Fellowship of Hell, and it is always a pleasant occasion. We can talk for hours, if the time allows, because he never bores me. He is a very interesting person. While our discussions are often lengthy, we almost seem to agree on the matters which are most important. I think this is friendship. I've made a friend and fulfilled my ambition. Nice. Got to pick a new ambition now. Job done. Create a treasury. We'll need 3 artifacts. Oh, I forgot about artifact stuff. Should look into that. Become King of England. Can you subjugate Casus Belli, which allows me to do it, I think? Or see the realm prosper. No, I don't care about the realm. Let's become King of England. Finish burning this place to the ground. Siege of Hereford. Have we done too much raiding? Is that why that's happening now? I'm happy with that for now anyway. Let's bring these guys back. We'll dismiss the levies. And then figure out what we'll do next. Whoops. Let's see. Is Vanen still around to stop me killing people? Or not? I want to kill people. Countess Agatha. I could ransom her. How much? 10 gold? Not really worth it. I'd much rather just kill her. I'm going to oil up the rack. We'll do it. I wonder what actually happened to her in the end then. Intrigue, prisoners, Agatha. She doesn't like me. Why didn't she like me? In prison. Didn't look like it did anything to her. Oh, severely injured. There you go. Recently maimed, resulting in serious injury. A life-threatening condition. Once the wound heals, their health will recover, but the damage dealt will never fully heal. That's how I like to treat my enemies. Let us dismiss the levies. Dismiss all these levies. I should have done this a while ago. Right, so that's just our event troop still there. If I were to declare war, let's grab King. No, still going to do individual ones. Never mind. Hi Vinix, how you doing, mate? Right, let's let a bit of time tick on. And now I'm going to do this mission though. It's my mission to sacrifice a ruler. So I need to capture a ruler of somewhere. It does mean going to war. Don't know if I'm going to manage it. Just while I do something, let's... like that. Let's let time pass again. I'm gonna have to start going to war. I want to fight someone. Raiding is fun, but... oh, a daughter was born. Named Bothilda. Yes. Nice. We have lots of children now. He's age 4. I'm starting to think Inga might fancy me. My daughter-in-law. In-law, that's alright then. Not related this time. My son's wife. That's fine. I mean, my son might not like me. I went to Inga's chamber and gave her a good tumble. It is good to be king. My son might not like me so much now. Where is my son? Which son was that? Got so many of them, I don't even know. Was it you? I received news that my lover is with child. Hope she'll be able to persuade her husband to be the real father. Ooh, this is awkward. So, son... you know you've already got 2 kids. You didn't want another one, right? Oh well. I received word that your spy master is spying in one of my counties. This is intolerable, and to stop further interference, I've arrested him. Well, that's not very nice. Gotta find someone else now. New spy master. Who wants the job? Anyone? No one's particularly great. 10. Better than nothing. These things happen. Yeah. Yeah, you know, son, you're old enough now, you should realise these things can happen. No one could prevent it. It's just the way of the world. We'll have you scheming. Just see if anyone's plotting against me. I'm fine with that. And my granddaughter lacks a childhood focus. What focus will she have? How do I set focus? Let's get her to be a heritage, faith, humility, etiquette. Timid and affectionate. Duty. Let's go for duty. That sounds good. You can be dutiful. Become conscientious. Sounds good. Let's let time tick away. Recently, I've noticed the pitiful state of my son Ragnar. I have just been informed that the cause of his aches and fatigue is a case of the man flu. You know, whatever. I must find a court physician. Just get over it. I thought I had a court physician. Did he die or something? Maybe he disappeared. People have disappeared from my realm before. From the dungeons. A messenger brings you word from Linda's farm. One of the Godis residing there is willing to serve as your personal physician. The Godi, named Dyer, is schooled in formal medicine and has served in several sick houses, though it appears as if the other Godis are happy to see him go, as he's renowned for being a tad overzealous and frankly insane. He's my kind of guy. He is definitely my kind of guy. What is he? Possessed. Oh yes, we're having a possessed court physician. You can treat my son with all the leeches. I hoped the solution would solve itself after the baby came out, but my wife's temper still remains a problem. I could try and calm her a little, I suppose. She likes me anyway. Confront Grima about her short temper and hope she listens to reason. Because that goes well, normally, you know. No, I am not feeling suicidal today. I'm going to confront her. She needs to calm down. And say, oi, stop it. Calm your tits. It's Dr. Stop That, exactly. Gets around a lot. A daughter was born to my son. Not me, to my son, definitely. A daughter, yes. It seems my dalliance with Inga results in a child. Fortunately, Siegfried thinks little Inga is his. What a fool. Oops. Oops. Worth it. Totally worth it. How old are you now? 49. Gita is no longer serious for me. She died. She died of cancer. Rip in peace. We need a new seer. You'll do. You can... Do you want to proselytize? Because I think we have some regions that aren't Norse. Religions. Yeah, you're Catholic, which is just not right. You need to be Norse. Go learn the ways of Odin and Hel. County Northumberland has gone from courtier. My seer was attacked while trying to spread the faith. Hope he's alright. Is he alright? He is wounded. He'd only been in the job for 1 week and he's already been attacked. It's a harsh land out there. It's a very harsh land out there. Close these down. Oh, another child lacks a childhood focus. This is my son. My son is going to be struggle. He's going to be a fighter. You're going to lead my armies. You're going to take over England. 15 watching. Hey, thanks everyone. That's really good for a first proper stream. Been at peace for too long again. Oh hello, it's time to go looting. Did we burn down Chester previously? I don't think we did. Time to go to Chester. Yeah, and they raised their troops there and immediately got them killed. Which is nice. Just lower the speed since fighting may happen. You know what? Just while I think of it, just go and edit this in chat. Cool. Your steward has collected a special tithe in Jorvik. Nice, 64 gold. Just for doing nothing. They're the things I like. May I ask how you got into Grand Strategy? I love the idea and I'm really trying, but it's so hard to get what is going on in CK2 or Heart of Iron 4. Right, so the first time I heard about this, I actually can't remember if I got this game first for just on a whim or... But there was a Let's Play that was being done on the Something Awful forums and I was away at the time, so I couldn't actually play any games anyway, so I was reading about them instead. And it was a playthrough of a tutorial essentially of Ireland. So I don't know if you know, but CK2, in most of the starts, Ireland is a good place to start because a lot of the places are just one provinces. So you're fully independent, all these guys are independent counts. So you can just pick one, take over your neighbour, and so on, and eventually form Ireland. Back in those days there was no DLC, that was when the game had first come out. So it was rather basic to do. So just by following that Let's Play, I was able to pick up what to do generally. And then as more and more things came into it, you just get the hang of them as you start playing. These days, if you go in with all the DLC, and I think even half the changes that are part of the free game now, well, part of the base game, have made it so even Ireland isn't that simple anymore, because you've got to deal with all kinds of stuff. You can turn off when you start the game some of the DLC and various options, so you can turn off like societies and diseases and all sorts of things like that to try and keep it simple. That might be a good way to try doing it. Of the actual games, I heard people say Hearts of Iron 4 is one of the easiest. I don't think it is. I find that quite tough actually. I think Europa Universalis 4 is the easiest grand strategy game to get into. And if you want to learn about that, one of the best ways, there's a tutorial series on YouTube that Arumba does with Filthy Robot. I don't know if you heard those names at all. Arumba is one of the biggest strategy game streamers, YouTubers around. Filthy Robot was the biggest Civilization player, I think, certainly on YouTube and that. So Arumba was teaching Filthy Robot how to play EU4 and they did a multiplayer thing, so that is really good to get to grips with that game. I think Arumba might have done something for Crusader Kings 2, but possibly not. But that's definitely how I'd recommend getting into them. If you like the idea of what it looks like, then just follow a tutorial type campaign from someone see if you can figure out what's going on, then just dive in and start playing. I mean, you'll forget all kinds, and you know, there's better ways you can play the game than I'm doing. So like half this stuff, bloodlines, leading treasury and things like that, I've not done anything like that in this game so far. It's all there. I could have done it at any point. Speaking of which, let's have a look at something to do with that. I mean, I haven't touched half of these buttons up here. So the laws is something you normally want to change fairly quickly, I think, because my succession law is elected gavelkind. Oh no, it could be elective gavelkind. It's currently agnatic gavelkind, which means titles are divided amongst my children, with the oldest getting the primary title. Which means, because I have these 5 titles, I am county of stuff. What am I? Where's my guy again? So my titles are King of Jorvik. That will go to my eldest son, but then all these are all equal, so they will all be split amongst all my sons when I die. Make sure to check out the Let's Plays. Yeah, they're really useful, Let's Plays. It's usually what I do with any game. I feel like King now is on the phone with his mum the whole time just now. Nice. And, you know, while I'm thinking of it, get that done. Let's just finish the siege and I'll go back looking at laws. Siege of Chester's done. Gave us a bit of money. Yeah, so my son will get the king, he's my heir, but all these other children will also get one of the counties each. Realm laws, I could put centralisation up. It has to be approved by council, but oh no, they can't initiate voting, so I could just do it. I mean, max centralisation gives you more domain limit. Revoke title allowed. Sometimes you have a unruly vassal you want to get rid of. Me moderation boy now. Yeah, well, you know, I trust you guys, so I think with 14 viewers it's probably not going to be rowdy enough to actually require any moderation, but just in case, because I'm not going to be looking at it too much, to be honest, for that. So feel free to do anything you need to. Revoke title. I could revoke your modship, King, if I allowed that. You see? Yeah. Obligations. Oh, this is where you can get levy shifted or tax shifted. You can get a bit more money out of them or get more men out of them. See, this sort of thing is where it could be quite complicated in this game if you look into all the details of that. Because I think, like, let's have a look at my vassals. So my vassals all like me, so they're giving me lots of money and stuff, but if they didn't like me, they wouldn't give as much tax. See, this guy likes the Pope more than he likes me, because he doesn't like me very much, so his money is going to the Pope rather than to me. So I could revoke the title from him and try and get someone else in there, in theory. Something I could do, or I could just not bother. Military as well, when you try and raise levies from your vassals, you get a certain amount depending on how much they like you. So you can sort of play around with all that side of it, or you can just deal with what you get, basically, and just take that as a number and not worry about it. Same with the combat in this game as well. Like most grand strategy games, there's a lot of depth to the combat, or you can just say, I've got the bigger number, therefore I win. That usually works out. Technologies, I don't really know much about what this does, I just know you've got to click here sometimes. Intrigue. Do you want to do any of these decisions? No known plots. We've got some prisoners still. Oh, these are the ones we've got out of Bedford. Prisoners for 7 years. My courtier. Why have I imprisoned you? I can't even remember now. Anyway, you'll do. Oh, can I can take you as a concubine. I'm going to take you as a concubine just because I can. Don't play this game if you have any morals whatsoever, because they will be compromised immediately. Factions, anyone? No, no one started a faction to depose us or anything like that. Religion, Germanic. We have no head of religion. Cool. I think we all agree she deserved imprisonment, whatever she did. Yeah, whatever she did, it was really bad and was definitely the right thing to do. A famous writer proposes to compose your family chronicles. Nice, okay. Give him patronage, we lose some gold and we got a chance of becoming proud. Proud is gives us half a prestige, that's cool. What are morals? Exactly. What are morals? Who even needs them? She'll make up for her sins in a new role. Yes, she will. Oh, yes, she will. Or we can ignore him and possibly get humble. I'm not humble. Give him patronage. Write the legend of the Sons of Lothbrok and the great heathen army. Victory! Oh, that was a nice bit of gold, wasn't it? That was nice. Looting away. Oh, loads of money there. 45 gold. I hate paying taxes. Oh, I have an empire now. Let's levy taxes. It's amazing how your attitudes change when you get to the top, isn't it? Why aren't all these people under me giving me all their money? I deserve it. I am king and therefore better than them. Oh, child. Yes, child focus. You are my grandson. You can also struggle. See, this is the thing, metagaming-wise, what you should pick there. You can probably go into all kinds of detail about having certain people be good at, you know, growing up with martial abilities, some growing up with stewardship ability. I just like them all to fight. I saw Arumba do it. That's what I'm doing. Where are you going? Yeah, you ran away. Oh, we're finished there. Let's go and take you, actually. Shropshire. The Shire of the Shrops. Raid you. Almost done. And no, we've got no money there. Yeah, see, I should... Has been looted. And we are looting. Foki of Westmoreland has inherited County of Westmoreland. You died in an accident. Wasn't me. I had nothing to do with that one this time. Yeah, I'm not really sure whether you get gold or not, or where that comes from, to be honest. But I'll send them back for now. We've done raiding for a bit. It was a nice bit of raiding. We'll wait till the thing pops up and then we'll do some more. We're certainly getting lots of gold. Shall we see if we can build anything worthwhile? Keep. Maybe some of these. Castle fort. In Jorvik. I mean, Jorvik is known for its walls. We can't upgrade the walls themselves. Let's get the castle fortifications in anyway, because it's cheap. What else do we own? Stamford Bridge we own. We need to upgrade. Build walls around Stamford Bridge. Let's get light infantry. Can do that. Yoredale. So we put anything in you. Spend some of our gold there. Militia training ground. Let's get all these in. This will improve our liege levies, I think. You will put in... We've already got barracks. Militia training ground 2. Or keep. Now I'll go for militia training ground 2. Why not? Okay, that's some upgrades coming in. Spent a bit of Ardosh. He died. Slain by Godi Odir of Abercorn in personal combat. Fighting's bad. Oh, were you one of our councillors as well? I am pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd management, the county of Jorvik is doing very well. People are happy and the tax collectors are reporting record intakes. Jorvik prospers. We did it. Yay, we did it. Not sure what I did. Ah, Spymaster again. Okay, Mayor of Settle. You are now our Spymaster. You can go and steal tech from Italy? Maybe? Yeah, you go over there. Just close all you down. I want to start a fight. I'm gonna actually take a fight out of someone. What can we get? Who are you in a... You're attacking, you're hostile, hostile. Strong claim. So do you not have any... You have pact. Non-aggression pact, non-aggression pact. I should be able to just take you then. What have you got? 1.62k army levies, but is that your full thing? How do I see your full thing? A few thousand. I should be able to take you. You should. This is where it's all going to go wrong. But I want to fight. Dim's fighting words. What can we do? We can extort tribute. So that will make you a tributary of King Halfdan of Jorvik. If we win, we gain 200 prestige and become a tributary. Or we can establish tribute. What's the difference between these? Tributary state. Not really sure the difference between those two. We'll say, or do I conquest directly? Conquest of Chester. Could do that and just take these realms one by one. Look, I like the pictures changed to looted. That's really cool. That. What haven't we looted? Because we don't want to take one we've looted. That would be silly. Leicester. Leicester seems quite good. I'm going to take Leicester. I declare war on you. Lords of the Realm, indeed. We're going to take Leicester. I think. Conquest of Leicester. If we win the war, we gain all the titles, we gain 100 prestige, gain 50 piety, give Germanic religion 1% moral authority. Let's do this. We are at war. Let us raise our troops. Well, we probably don't even need to, but I want to keep our guys as healthy as we can. Okay, you lot, all come down here. There's all our levies have all raised their troops, and they're coming to help us out. That's a pretty massive army for this point in time. Begun the war has. So it begins the great battle of our age for Leicester. Oh, children lack a childhood focus. You are a woman, therefore you can be pious. There you go. Such is the level of thought I need to put into these things sometimes. So get all our troops down, just so they can't possibly win. Not that they could anyway. Merge them up. Vassal levies raised too long, so we start getting negative penalties with our vassals once you've raised their levies. It's normal. Now we built our castle walls in Jorvik. Go in and take Leicester out. Disaster! Your fellow member of the Fellowship of Hell, Stryker, has been caught by Seer Baron and his warriors. They spared no time before they burned him at the stake. Ooh, that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Burnt at the stake. As long as he didn't reveal me, that's fine. Seer of Lothian. Just don't kill me. I'm looking old now, aren't I? Look at that, 52. Not aged well. Possible to rank up in society. Nice. What does this let me do? So, I gain +1 intrigue from that. Oh, I could have right-clicked portraits of characters lower than a duke. Cool. Sacrifice to hell. Nice. Hey Indy, how you doing? So I think, do I just... You have not unlocked... Oh, right, this is the button. Request to rank up. Lose 750 dark power. Yeah, Vanen. Like I said, trust you guys, so might as well. Hopefully you won't have to do anything, but... so rank up, what does this give me? Doesn't really say what I get from it. I think it's this one I'll progress to though, so I get to summon familiar. I can summon a familiar. How cool is that? Demonic possession. I can possess one of my vassals. Oh wow. This is the best. Now I have to behave. No you don't, Raiden. You have to make sure everyone else behaves. You can do what you like. I'm going to rank up. Is that it? Have I done it? I think a request goes off and event has to fire next. My courtier died of poor health. That will do it. That will kill you.